Give it up for Nick Guarneri, everyone! Hey!
Welcome. Take this with me. How's it going, guys? So, I'm recently married. Everybody keeps asking me, what's married life like, you know? I mean, it's basically the same as not being married. My wife's just constantly bitching at me. she's real good, you know, she's bitching all the time. She gets so mad at me when I don't cut my toenails. It's like, you know, how am I supposed to defend us if somebody were to break in, you know? This is the closest link to a velociraptor that I had, man. I'm keeping that shit. I picture myself like somebody breaks in the middle of the night and like, tapping the nail on the floor, like from Jurassic Park. So jump out and slice her head off. I caught him now, you know I spoil you. So, found out recently that people get real weird when you watch porno on the train. It's not even a joke. It's a sad reality of my life. This one lady actually asked me to turn the volume down. I was like, what the fuck? So recently, I was going to cook my wife dinner, right? And I wanted to make mole sauce. And I don't know if you guys know about mole sauce, but there's jalapeno peppers in there. So I went to the store. I'm like, jalapeno peppers, you know, it's the curious pepper, the jalapeno business. And So I see habanero peppers, and I'm like, whatever, jalapeno, same shit. What I didn't know about those peppers is that they will actually stop you from raping somebody if they contact your eyes. And, I didn't know this. So I was sitting there, and I'm chopping up these habanero peppers like they're onions, you know, like, woo. And I'm sweating because I'm awake, you know, so I kept like wiping my forehead off the whole time. And eventually the sweat got into my eyes, and man, it was terrible. I felt like I blew Satan, like I couldn't see a goddamn thing. It was so bad. And so I was like running my head under the water and trying to like call my wife or my mom or like anybody. Like I couldn't do it, man. And I ended up getting that shit all over myself, everywhere. It was awful, dude. That's what sex with Satan's gotta feel like. So, I recently started a new job, and what I didn't know when I started that I know now is that my boss is from Colombia, and he hired a bunch of Colombians, which is fine, you know, they're all hard workers, and they're all really good people, so that's fine. But the first day I'm there, I'm looking at the phone list, and all I see is Juan Carlos Escobar, Felipe Perez, Alex Ortiz, and like, so my mom calls, and she's like, hey, how's your first day at work going? And I'm like, I think I joined a baseball team. and my mom is quick as a tack because she's just like, but you don't speak Spanish. Like, I know, it's crazy. I think they want me to DH. So, me and my wife recently, we were going to go hunting. So we got high first because that's just what we do. But we actually weren't hunting, we were apple picking. But, so the next day, so we went apple picking or whatever, and the next day I started getting these rumblings in my stomach and it was awful. I didn't know what to do. So I went on WebMD, which can never lie because it's the internet, and it said, seek immediate medical attention. So I was like, fuck. So I went to the hospital and they started doing all these fucking tests and shit. And then I realized that all of a sudden it occurred to me that I was high the day before and I ate 14 apples. And that was probably what was wrong. But I couldn't tell the doctor that, you know, because it was just kind of looking at me like, you asshole. So I had to like play along with it. Like I eventually just like took a huge poop and I was like, I feel better. It was terrible. So recently was taken to my first rodeo. Has anybody ever been to a rodeo? There's a couple of us in here. Hell yeah. And so the craziest thing that they do at the rodeo is bull riding. It's the most asinine thing that a human being can do. So basically, bulls hate us. It's like we either eat them or like suck their tits for like the rest of their life. And like, well, not actually suck their tits. We have machines for that shit. So from the second they're born, they're either food or milk or, and if they have kids, the kids are just gonna be chained up to a fence until they're tender enough to eat as veal. So they hate us, right? So down in Texas, in the rodeo, they're like, they give the bull its day, you know? They're like, they get some asshole to match wits with like this 2,000-pound machine steak, and they just put him on like, hey, and he's got to sit there for 8 seconds, or else everybody makes fun of him. So this fucking asshole sits on the top of this bull, and then they just let it go, and he just goes absolutely fucking ape shit, man. I don't even know how. It's a testament to the human body, really, that this guy even stays in one piece. Like his back's getting shaken like a paint jar, and like there's 2,000 pounds of like rare steak just pounding his nuts. And if he doesn't make it for 8 seconds, that's like 2 sex sessions in my house. They make fun of him. But man, I was rooting for the Bulls because. So what's the difference between? Why was 6 afraid of 7? 7 was black. That joke doesn't make any sense though because they're both black. But it says a lot about our society. Thank you. I'm Nick.
Nick Winery! Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. All right.